What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Chelsea Fan TV. Welcome to a transfer update video for you guys. Latest updates surrounding Enzo Fernandez and all the other chaos that is around Chelsea Football Club. With just over 24 hours left before transfer deadline day. We're going to get into all the latest transfer news. We're going to talk about Enzo Fernandez. Will today be Enzo Day? Hopefully, we'll see, but we'll delve into it in today's video. We're also going to go through Caicedo, Chalobah, Ben Chilwell. Suddenly Man City are in for him. Apparently, we're going to get into that. And Lukaku could potentially be returning back to Chelsea. Sorry for the bad news and everything. But we're going to delve into all of it in today's video. So guys, big up everybody that's locked in. Like, subscribe, all of that. Hit the bell notification button as well to be the first to know whenever we release any new content. As always, check out my personal channel, Carefree Lewis G. I stream there basically every day. Link will be in the title and in the description. So check that out. And let's get into it. We'll start off with the Enzo Fernandez news because that's the news that everybody wants to know about. Chelsea have only just now offered £105 million, which I think is a record for a midfielder in England. And they're offering it in 5 separate payments with no target bonuses. That equates to the 120 million release clause, but it's down to Rui Costa whether he agrees to the terms of it. Apparently, he's going to try and stick to his guns, and he's going to reject anything that isn't a direct lump sum payment, and it's getting very, very frustrating and very tense in the last few hours. I'm literally pressing the refresh button every minute or so, trying to wait for the latest updates. Apparently, Enzo Fernandez is already packing and getting ready, and he wants this move to happen. He's really pushing for this move while trying to be as respectful as possible to Benfica. Todd Boehly's involved. The whole Chelsea board's involved in trying to get this deal over the line. It is massive, not just for us now, but over the next 5 to 10 years. Enzo Fernandez is genuinely the sort of midfielder that you build a team around. So to me, get him in at any cost, especially with the fact that we can get him in on an 8-year sum now, as opposed to next season when we can only get him on a 5-year max because UEFA are changing the FFP laws. Even David Ornstein said we probably won't focus on him too much in the summer. So we really do need to try and bring him in as soon as possible. It's going to be a very tense last few days of the transfer window. But I do feel a little bit more confident now. I do feel a bit more confident because we're willing to put the money on the table. I'm questioning whether we can put it all in one lump sum or not, because I don't think we'd keep pushing if we couldn't. But Chelsea are trying to do everything they can to try and make the terms of the sale a bit more better on Chelsea's perspective. But Benfica are trying to be as tight as possible. And it's frustrating. It's so frustrating. But I kind of understand too. I get it. They're 7 points clear. They're top of the league. As much as they are a selling club, they also want to look like a serious club to the rest of their squad. And selling their best player in the middle of a transfer, in the middle of a title charge, is completely the wrong move for them. So I understand how tense the situations are on both sides. It's going to be very interesting to see where Enzo Fernandez is at deadline day. But let me know you guys' thoughts down in the comment section below. Don't forget to like and subscribe. On Caicedo, quickly, Arsenal are preparing to take their Caicedo bid up to £75 million. They're looking at 70 million with 5 million add-ons. I think Brighton have put a valuation of 80, 90 to 100 million, somewhere along those lines. And I do think that they're going to have to try and get to that level if they're going to take Caicedo out, because Brighton have lost way too much. To even be in the position that they're in right now, in spite of everything that they've lost over the last 6 months, is a madness. It's an absolute madness. But they have been very clear. It all stops with Caicedo. They've lost Trossard, they lost Cucurella, they've lost Graham Potter, they've lost parts of their scouting team, all in the last few months. They can't afford to lose much more. So I'm not too surprised in their situation. That's also why we haven't really pursued Caicedo as much over the last few days. I don't expect us to go back in for him either. I think we probably go back in for him in the summer if we do, but I don't think it's going to happen right now. But yeah, that's everything on Caicedo. Moving on to Trevor Chalobah. I've seen Chalobah is Inter's #1 choice to replace Milan Skriniar at the end of the season, and Skriniar is going to PSG when his contract runs out. I did see talks about Chelsea potentially selling a homegrown player to try and make profit in this window. Apparently, we just need to sell one homegrown player to do that. But I don't think that would be Chalobah. I think that's more likely to be Conor Gallagher because there's suitors for him and he hasn't really had the best season for us. Whereas Chalobah has been a very reliable player for us. In the summer, though, I don't know. If Milan put in a decent enough bid, maybe I could see it happening. I think it would be a good move for Chalobah too. I think he'd thrive in Serie A personally. And it would be a great place for him to go and continue to develop. We'll have to play that one by ear up until the summer. I don't think Chalobah leaves now though. I think it would make absolutely no sense. Especially with the fact that we can only bring in 3 new players into our UEFA squad. And I'm not too sure whether Badiashiel's going to be one of those players if Enzo Fernandez comes in. So with that in mind, I don't think Chalobah leaves now. Maybe in the summer, though. Maybe in the summer. Conor Gallagher, though, he could leave. Crystal Palace are interested. Aston Villa are interested. I think Newcastle were too, but I'm not too sure about that one. But Conor Gallagher, I could see leaving. You could still get about 35 to 40 million out of him. He hasn't really looked great for us this season, and I don't really know where his position will be next season with all the other players coming in now and in the summer transfer window. So if we end up losing him, not too fast. Chilwell, Man City are potentially looking for a new left-back and apparently could return for Ben Chilwell. I think they must have had links with him back in 2020 when we were going in for him. And yeah, this is all mainly to do with the fact that Cancelo is going to Bayern Munich on loan until the end of the season. I really would be shocked if we let Chilwell go to Man City. I think him and Cucurella are brilliant depth right now for the position that we're in. Chilwell's only just come back to fitness too. So I'd be very surprised if they go in for him, but I wouldn't be too shocked. Wouldn't be too shocked. Fabrizio's also said, I'm just seeing it on my screen now, Enzo's on the first plane to London if clubs reach an agreement. He would be super happy to join Chelsea. It's just another development from Fabrizio Romano, but we have to play that one by ear. It's going to be a very tense last few days of the window in that front. I'm going to end here just on Lukaku, because Inter are closely monitoring him till the end of the season, and they might not renew his loan for another season with fitness concerns and limited minutes, in spite of the wages that he's already on, which isn't the best news for us. But we could still sell him off somewhere, and I think just make whatever loss we make on him, like we're debt-free anyway, it doesn't really matter, just get him off the books as soon as possible. Maybe Atletico Madrid could do with a striker, could put him in a João Felix deal or something. Juve, potentially, they could be losing Vlahovic, although I would say he's got connections with Inter Milan, but it's Lukaku. He literally burns bridges for a living. I wouldn't be surprised if he burnt the Inter bridge and went to Juve too. Bayern are meant to be linked with him, but they have to get him on some mad diet plan for that to work. I could see them doing that, though. I could see them doing that. Because their work off the pitch is just unbelievable. But I still don't know why they would go in for Lukaku in the first place. But we have to see. I hope we'd never see Lukaku in a Chelsea shirt again, personally. If I ever see him in a shirt again, it will be too soon. But hopefully, if he does come back, we just send him out on a permanent and we can wash our hands of the whole situation and forget it ever happened. But with that, I'm going to wrap up the video anyway. Let me know your thoughts down in the comment section below. Let me know if you agree or disagree with anything I've said. Like, subscribe, all of that. Big up and up the Chels.